Hello, welcome to Workable Miniatures. I'm Jim, and tonight we're going to be painting a 3D printed goblin. Let's get started. This miniature was previously primed black with zenithal sprays of gray and white, but for what I do in this video, you do not need zenithal sprays or an airbrush. Already I make a mistake here by not going dark enough with this anti-zenithal dry brush, and I should have used a much darker color such as fur brown, mocha skin, or chaotic red, instead of the troll claws color I used here. For the overhead or zenithal dry brush, I then use elven flesh. I did not plan any of this out, and I honestly just picked 3 random colors of varying shades from the same family. The idea I'm going for is to try to get similar highlights as I do with the airbrush without firing up the airbrush due to the limited time I have this week. I then add another very mild dry brush of arid earth, but only on the highest points and edges. I think I'll try this approach again, but next time I'll prime the model and then base coat it with my starting mid-tone, followed by an anti-zenithal dry brush of a darker color, and then a zenithal dry brush of a lighter color instead of what I do here. What I do in this video is fine, but it doesn't achieve the effect I'm going after. With the priming and pre-coloring done, I base coat everything with speed paints. This I do carefully, fast enough to keep a wet edge and move the paint around before it dries, but slow enough to minimize accidentally coloring the wrong areas with the wrong paint. Some colors of speed paint aren't particularly forgiving, and though I've thus far experienced less reactivation issues since using the 2.0 speed paints, I expect some colors will continue to have that problem. One thing I wanted to note about Fire Drake is that it doesn't reflect the example of the label color, and honestly this may become my go-to color from now on for leathers, as I like this better than Satchel Brown, with the latter being a tad too dark. Here I load my brush with Talos Bronze, but note the jacked up brush shape. Here I had to stop, clean out my brush well, and reshape the tip, lest I apply metallic paint everywhere except where I want. You'll note over the next few clips the brush is still not great. I must have left some paint from my last session and let it dry to the ferrule, but after 30 minutes or so of gentle but persistent cleaning, I finally get it back to shape. This is the finished base coats. Here's where I realize I really need a darker pre-color as mentioned at the start of this video. From here, I begin edge highlighting and stippling highlights and colors to add discolorations from unkept equipment such as patina or rust, dirt and general grime, as well as a little green as if the reflection of his own flesh, such as the ears onto the helmet. I also finish the eyes while I'm at it, and then I put away the acrylics. I then pin wash everything with thinned down black oil paint and then a couple of minimal highlights with oil paints, just to help fix some transitions. I'm literally just stippling on a tiny amount of highlight and shade colors where they should be centered, and then just smoothing it out with a clean dry brush. If you've never used oil paints, when you do not thin it, it's very soft and spreadable, like you're moving butter. It requires no effort to blend it. It's also incredibly easy to fix mistakes with a tiny amount of mineral spirits on a clean brush. You can remove the oil paint quickly. Just be sure your previous coats of acrylics are fully dry, or it may remove those as well. I repeat these same steps on the clothing and crest and until I'm happy with the results. This is the final result. I didn't have a lot of time this week, so I didn't bother with an airbrush, but I'm still very happy with how it came out. I wanted more contrast from the speed paint steps, but I should be able to achieve this next time by using a darker color during the pre-color stage when I dry brush at the start. Otherwise, I do like the vibrant green skin with the muted tones from the leathers and metallics. There's some spots I need to go back and fix, such as on one of the pectoral muscles or under the ears. That's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you learned something or were inspired to start or expand your own collection. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you like the content of this video and would like to see more, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm Jim with Working with Miniatures. I'm truly grateful for your time, and I bid you a fond farewell. Until the next video.